Right on cue. Good looking King Jack to maybe lower the core temperature. Oh.
2,000.
Ladies' night.
Back 2,000.
3 queen flop. King Jack high is best. Both cards play. As Antonio check calls with the inferior king high. Both players bink the king. No kicker issues now.
4,000.
Bet 4,000. Raise to 10,000.
Oh, Phil has to be semi-breathless right now. I mean, of course, off we go, but it's a hair uncomfortable, and maybe this river goes check check or something cute from Antonio, call from Phil. But as we see, chop it up.
Oh boy, I would have liked to see Antonio put some heaps out there.
Check.
Both check.
Under the presumption that Phil doesn't flop quads there and really ask the question of the other king.
You call it fucking 2,000 with king fucking 7 again.
Did you,
Fuck, come on.
he stood up again.
He got
Make sure you got
king
it.
fucking 7 this time.
Wow, he lost, he tied King Jack to King 7. Do you know how many times I lost when you had the worst kicker?
Are you kidding me?
You
have
chopped
no,
it.
You are
What's
the
the
most
big deal?
clueless guy I know.
What's the big deal?
You are the most clueless
It's a pretty standard
guy I know.
hand. We both had a boat.
I've been playing you for 2 matches. You raised every button. No one's ever beat me raising every button before. I beat everybody. They just give their money to me. And somehow you're still alive. You finally figured out, hey, I'm not supposed to raise every button. But you've managed to call 4,400 more with God knows what. I can't wait to see that hand. And get lucky there too. It's okay. I'm still going to beat you. You just don't quite have the patience.
Go.
Well, I guess everybody knows their role in this relationship.
Some truth to that, Ali. Hellmuth with the lone 9. Good start. Esfandiari possibilities.
12?
12.
And he is in this insta decision mode right now. I mean,
And call.
Spade draw against middle pair. Check call from Antonio.
middle pair at least.
Yeah.
Now the open ender for Antonio.
Prospects improving.
34?
34. 3,000.
We can try to speculate on that second card. I mean, 2 pair is now becoming much more real just based on this sizing with
this texture too.
with this
right?
texture,
Yeah.
sure. And Antonio, I believe, is reaching for the semi-bluff.
11,000.
And he does, and we have one brewing here, Ali. It looks like he's, yeah, the pump fake always gets me, but I thought maybe he was just about to be snapped.
I'm a little less convinced of the prospects of 2 pair for Phil now.
Still possible, but I hear you. You still have to be scared, though.
10 seconds.
No, it's the 5. Right, you are, Ali.
Slightly useful though, insofar as
you
it
really have like 10-7?
does give him the gut shot straight draw.
Time extension.
Yeah, I think the 5 of spades is
Time extension.
it's kind of bad, though. Blocks
Was
a
it
lot of
time
bluffs.
extension?
Yes.
Okay. You called it on me.
I didn't. He did.
Yeah, I stop it. Wait.
He said it, not me.
I understand. So, got it.
He's got the good seats to the Warriors, Nick.
I've seen those seats, yeah. You know,
Unfortunately, the Warriors not quite as good as they once were, so those seats have lost their luster of late. Meanwhile, Queen Jack against 10-9. Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Well,
Top 2 for
Oh,
Antonio and the Nutter Butters for Phil.
1,200.
Esfandiari probably thinking, finally, I've got something here.
Right.
I'm c-betting.
man, I mean, you know, obviously
Up to 38.
things could get somewhat out of hand here depending on the dryness of the turn and all of that. If we're Antonio, we just call here. We're not trying to play for stacks
Sure.
at this juncture, but brick turns, Phil dropping bombs. Let's see.
Very wet board, obviously, with the 2 hearts.
Right.
And the 3 coordinated cards. Now the board pairs.
And little does Little does Antonio know kind of just how good that card might be for him.
And so far as it
possibly
allows him to slow down.
Yeah, and to maybe find some hero folds and to not do anything crazy like check raise now. He has to continue again in the form of a call, but a lot can happen here. Certainly a cooler for Antonio at this point.
Call.
And this pot swelling quickly to 19,600, largest of the match. And there is the escape hatch potentially for Esfandiari as the 7 puts 4 to a straight on board.
And he actually has a great bluffing candidate, Antonio. Just to check raise all in kind of type thing, just interfering with so many full houses. I don't know if he takes the spot, but if Hellmuth comes with something like 60% or, you know, thereabouts, we definitely have a candidate for just all in, but it's, you know.
But that's an all-in that you perform with the knowledge that your hand is beat.
Correct.
And you have to give your opponent credit for being able to
And
fold a
just
hand, and
the
Phil
kind
can.
Phil can fold this hand. Phil can even fold. I don't really think he folds 8-7, but it's gross if
Maybe
if they
pocket
jam.
7 somehow. If
You
you
know,
have that hand.
it's real gross when they check jam here. Jack Queen is kind of the bottom, and the bluffs are these, and then a lot of boats. It looks, just body language wise, he's between call and fold right now.
11,000 to call. Getting shy of 3 to 1.
Call.
Wow, really?
We have the first stand up, Ollie.
Thanks.
Nice hand. I almost moved in on the river. Oh, I want to turn my hand into a bluff so bad.
200, 400
The white, I can't overcome the white magic, Phil. It's not fair.
has been good to
Yeah, but
Antonio.
you say that you're the only one I've ever played heads up to that lies about every hand.
I can't overcome the white magic. Mislead. I mislead.
Yeah.
Call.
Check, Douglas.
And check.
Thank you, Douglas.
Bluff.
Really throwing Douglas around a lot, Ollie.
Yeah,
You notice that?
the proper. Never
Right.
Doug, always
1,000.
Douglas.
Adding 1,000.
Second pair for Antonio here. His check draws a 1K bet from Hellmuth's ace-queen on the button.
Raised 3,100.
And some pushback.
Interesting. Ace Queen in that limited future, good now, a lot sort of
12,200.
territory. And
We
excuse
raised
me, Ali.
12,200.
Kind of like this. Sort of unblock things like 7-8, which are possible check raise folds for Antonio. We wrap around that king. Probably would be a little bit cleaner to have a backdoor here, but nonetheless, this is compelling, obviously, and can't be too bad. And maybe Phil really kind of sniffed it, that this isn't that strong from Antonio, and it's not. It was more of a kind of information-seeking, middling sort of hand. So, I mean,
But therein lies the risks of Antonio taking this line, obviously, as sometimes the test comes back
no,
positive.
heads up is a game of risks,
Call.
as we know, and he does call, and
12-2.
we have one really brewing. This is interesting, Ollie.
Yeah, he did call.
Oh,
Check.
That's the kind of card Phil might give up on-ish.
well, he's already built this thing to 25
He
too.
has,
Nick.
but a 10 jack, even a king are kind of more natural barrels to me. This 6 looks really ugly for us, but you know,
Do we suspect that 7-8 continues after we 3-bet?
maybe with backdoors, it's possible. Even without it, is Antonio, who's
18,700. 18,700.
He's not going to be
18,700.
totally comfortable with these 9s and 6s here, is he?
No, nobody's totally comfortable with with middle two against a guy whose reputation is to have it in big pots and all of that, but we're not going anywhere. The question is call or raise. Merits to both. As we see right now, Phil is drawing dead. So
And second warning.
$15,700 second barrel.
great choice from Antonio, just calling there. And there are some things
Call.
beyond just equity denial. This is one of them. The times they're drawing dead. Even hands like backdoor that didn't get there in the club spade variety. And let's see, Ali, does Phil go for it again?
Check.
No,
Check
shuts
back.
it down. And a massive pot heading to Antonio, who has now claimed the chip lead.
Got him to call 12,000 with a fucking 9.
We got a bleeder, ladies and gentlemen. Aisle 1. We got a bleeder. Was it the best hand?
Of course not. What do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, you have a little fib there.
We
Ali.
have the best hand anytime we put the money in.
No. I never make a hand. So obviously I have to go in with the bad hands.
You had $400 in the pot. You managed to put 12,000.
Few people know how to needle
love
fill
when you
like
talk to yourself.
Antonio.
It's the
Don't
best.
believe me? Take a look.
It's okay. I might win this.
Somebody's a little steamy over there. Is it a little warmer on that side or is it both sides? What do you think, Rachel? Is it a little warm over there? Because I sense a little steam coming out of my opponent over there. Can we get a close-up of Phil Hellmuth? He's a little steamed up.
I'm not steamed up at all.
Oh.
I already know the future.
I'm not sure the third barrel gets it done.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Raise to 1100.
Call.
Call.
Hellmuth defends. The suited baby ace.
Check.
First a check.
More dark checking. And his turn to look up at a paired board with ace high.
1,800.
600 and raise to 1800.
Snap, check, raise, 3xing.
Antonio
All right.
just does not go away a lot of the time.
Well, he's in position, and you know.
Position's valuable, listen, I mean it is. But this, of course, speaks for itself.
Got
32?
shot straight draw picked up courtesy of the 7.
Betting
Ace high
3200.
is still the best hand and still barreling here.
And I mean, listen, if you want to tell the tale, if you're Antonio, having outs is lovely. He has some now. I think it's time. Can't wait too long with just 8 high.
And we raise 11,300.
Might we have some otherworldly sniff here, Ali? I mean, ace high beats all of the nonsense.
Well, Antonio has declared I have a jack.
I think the clubs are nice suits to have too, because we want Antonio to have backdoors on the flop, of which the clubs don't interfere with. But I mean, still, just ace 3 on jack 4. He called a check raise. Now he's raising turn. I mean,
And the
convention
prospect
would be to fold.
of the inflated river bet, if we do make this call.
Yeah, right. A guy who goes for the inflated river bet a lot. So it's not just now. And we can't sort of take too much time, but he's capable of doing this with a jack, so I don't think it's a huge deal yet. Meaning he could continue here with a call, and he's not just totally revealing that he has nothing. But I think, well, let's just see. I mean, he's fooled us at a lot of turns before.
29,000.
Oh
Wow.
my!
We raise
You know,
to
I
29,000.
Wow!
I did feel like perhaps the cape was going to be donned here.
Do we have any duality of capes here? Because, I mean, he hasn't folded yet, Ali. There's a little bit of street poker out here in the desert right now, buddy. I mean,
If Antonio piles.
I think
I'll leave the booth.
pre-pile, we're still in the street. Yeah, me too. Is he calling?
Call.
Wow, what a hand.
Whoa.
I check in the dark.
63,800 and
Wow.
a dark check
Wow.
as Hellmuth hits the ace. Terrific card for him. Provided he's not up against the
Three of
jack.
all in.
Antonio
Well, of course.
very nonchalantly says all in. Cannot win the pot with 8 high.
Of course. By the way, that nonchalance that you just alluded to is
All in.
something. I mean, he did it pretty smoothly, but I mean, I think if we're Phil at this point, I think we listen. It's not that easy when you're out there, you know. I mean, this is just really an incredible hand that
This is
will
for
be-
the match.
will be rewatched again. Yeah, of course. I mean,
In Hellmuth's mind, you're
Kinda.
wrong, you're done.
yeah, a little bit bravo to both guys. I mean, they both sort of sniffed it out. And you said it what feels like a long while back. Ali position. He is in position, and there are some benefits to being in position.
I call.
And he does.
Wow.
call.
You win.
Bravo, Phil. Wow.
So it's unbelievable.
30,000, 32,000,
Wow.
34,000, 25. Yes!
Wow.
I was moving in if the ace doesn't come.
30 what?
To turn over.
I had you on 5-6. I had you on some kind of straight draw, and
You're
I
such
got
a
a call.
genius when you see the cards.
I haven't seen your hand.
You called and I had nothing. What do you think I had?
A straight draw?
On Jack, Jack 4. I mean, you're such a genius. The ace don't come, you're never moving in. I'm winning the pot 100% of the time.
That's what you think.
That's what I
You
know.
I'm playing today. The way I'm playing today, 32,425.
Nice hand.